Welcome the referees and touch judges for this match as well.
Probably pretty good on a single or pretty simple. I think people get tired of it. They're still just fine. Wisconsin will be kicking off to Red Mountain to begin this semifinal action, Division II, here at Infinity Park. I'm like 223 right now. I'm going to look at the ball. Repping 75 days. Red Mountain. I think Red Mountain is good. The one with the gray.
Welcome back to Glendale, Colorado. Infinity Park, this semifinal contest against the Wisconsin Rugby Club and the Red Mountain Tradesmen of Arizona. Quick look at the Wisconsin lineup. Watch Marcel, number 10. He's got the boot, and he's a pretty good goal kicker. We're underway. Going left to right on your screen will be Red Mountain. They are in the gray shirts with the red trim. Wisconsin with the red shirts and gray trim. Look at Red Mountain's lineup. Darrow, the busy number 8 for the Tradesmen. And Kevin Torkelson, their coach. They are out of the eastern portion of the Phoenix Valley, the Valley of the Sun in Arizona. All right. And we just, the aforementioned Darrow picks up the ball for Red Mountain, makes the break. And the first ruck of the contest. Nice pickup, move forward by Toro Magayo.
Let him go.
And the boot from the first 5, inside 22. Back forward is Jeremy Smith for Wisconsin, very close to the touchline with no angle. Red Mountain picks up a lot of territory. And John Broker, we're going to expect to see quite a bit of territorial kicking today from Red Mountain.
I think it will, really. And Dave, we have the classic power versus running game matchup here. Wisconsin, a forward-oriented, keep it tight kind of team. And Red Mountain loves to run. They will be looking to put it down there into that space. Yeah, I think we're going to see a great game here.
I tell you what, you make that point. Wisconsin very much that beefy team. They got a very strong forward pack. They're going to try to keep it tight. Red Mountain plays this almost like a sevens contest. They'll have it all over the field. So two distinctly different styles of rugby will be on exhibition in this contest. The ball in the hands of Darrow. Out to the backs it goes. The crash straight in to DeFreitas. Nice tackle line by Wisconsin as they set their defense. Both coaches before the start of this game saying that defense would be the key. Nice break that time by Matt Williams. Williams with a good pitch outside. And inside 22 meters comes Red Mountain early in the contest, the semifinal. The winner takes on Brandywine tomorrow for the National D2 Championship. And the ball out. Tackle on Leslie. Little numeral anomaly today by Wisconsin. We'll explain in just a minute. Changing 6 and 8 for some very practical reasons. And the boot from Martell. And that moves the ball out towards midfield. But Red Mountain with the put in on the lineout.
Martell made an early tackle there on this Red Mountain team and really got a hard hit for it. He's slow to get up right there. He was able to get away with that. But
Red Mountain established back in 1993 in Tempe. 11-0 this year. This team has made up quite a few graduates of both the University of Arizona and Arizona State University. So pretty much a local side that's done very well. They've been throwing some Northern Arizona University Lumberjacks for good measure.
I didn't know there was a Northern Arizona Lumberjack team.
Yeah. 27,000 students up there in Flagstaff. All right, two-time All-American Jonathan Gray out of the University of Arizona with the throw-in. That's one of Red Mountain's signatures, having their halfback with the throw-in on the lineouts. Ball moved ahead by Kurtz. Compton out of UCLA. Nice play that time by the prop from Wisconsin to avoid the knockout. Now into the hands of D'Souza. 6', 250-pounder. Ball out. Strady. Across the line. Ball flipped forward by Holmes. And on the turnover, here goes Williams. Matt Williams down the near touch line. Into touch he goes. It'll be a Wisconsin lineout. And so far, John, it's all Red Mountain. It has been all Red Mountain. First foray out wide from Wisconsin. Nothing happens. They turn over the ball. And I correct myself. I looked like it was Williams. Actually, it was Scott Just. Great work there from Red Mountain to just pull that ball away and get on the run. You can really see the intentions of both of these teams nice and early, Dave. And a good view there of the architecture around Infinity Park, this extraordinary facility in a city area here in Colorado where they've got extraordinary sports facilities. Look for the kick here. Into touch. And not much of a pickup. Really, when you have a defensive situation like Wisconsin finds themselves right now, you really want to get Scott Martell to get you 25, 30 yards with a kick instead of 6 or 7. And Martell, like I said, took a good hard hit there. Green Bay, Wisconsin native. A bit of pressure from Red Mountain. Mike Bennett with a good take for Red Mountain. Go ahead and they bring the flanker Giannino into the line. Nice pickup by Williams. Red Mountain has had possession inside Wisconsin territory for a while now. Can they cash in? Pitches out to Darrow. 6'4", 240-pounder out of Austin, Texas. Down to the deck he goes. Gray minds it, gets it out to Williams. To Brecker. Well, this is going to be a good test for Red Mountain. How many times can they do this running into this very sturdy group of Wisconsin defenders? Gray to the deck, leaves it in back. Here comes Williams. Williams into the hands of Meade. Meade with a break. Meade headed toward the sticks. One to beat. Great open field tackle by the wing. Moran Guevara. Red Mountain still on the attack. Inside 5. And the bad pitch covered. And a big hit delivered that time by Nick Tyson. And it's going to be a penalty against Wisconsin, just about in front of the sticks. And John Gray decides to run it. No points there. They get it to Darrow. Boy, that'll be an interesting decision. Get 3 and get on the board quick. If they get this try, it'll be a no-brainer. And no try awarded.
David's held up. It doesn't work out for him. You're right. That's an interesting decision there.
Offsides.
They're going to come back with the penalty. You can see Red Mountain, a couple of phases in tight, and these Midwestern forwards from Wisconsin are used to playing around that fringe and then move it wide. There's no answer out there.
They get it to Williams. And again, I'm going to question Red Mountain not wanting to put 3 up on the board nice and easy. Here they are to the near sideline. Gray waiting for it to reappear. Mighty 3-man tackle that time. Ball comes out again. Darrow, who's been very close last time. Darrow carrying in. Darrow in for the try. They didn't want the 3, they got the 5.
I think they really wanted to make an impact on this game early, Dave. They wanted to come out here and show Wisconsin what they're here to do. They're here to play run and rugby. They're here to score tries. And they want Wisconsin to know it could be a long day if they can't defend. Look at Darrow here. The big number 8. Coach says he gets better every single game and every single week. Just been playing rugby a couple of years. He's certainly showing his power right there. And he puts down that 5 points.
Very impressive start for Red Mountain as they take the 5-0 advantage. And we'll see Scott Mead, who will be the kicker to attempt the 2-point conversion for Red Mountain. Scott's an interesting young man. He began his college career nearby in Colorado Springs playing for the Air Force Academy, transferred to the University of Arizona where he played, and then finished up at Arizona State University. So he's got letters galore from 3 major colleges. And he gets a miss there. The score remains Red Mountain 5 and Wisconsin 0.
I got to see Scott play last year at the National All-Star Championships for Southern California. He was picked for the all-tournament team there. Really impressive display from the fullback. Just a great steadying force for Red Mountain at the back.
He has really built himself physically, mentally. He's a very smart fullback. Developed a burst of speed. Got a good boot. Although the missed conversion will be something he'll think about later on today. 5-0. Ball taken by Mike Bennett, who's got a twin brother in the National Football League. Drew Bennett, the wide receiver for the St. Louis Rams, and he showed up on this planet at about 2 minutes apart. Running now is DeFreitas for Red Mountain, and Red Mountain picking up, John, where they left off. They wanted to play an expansive game, and they're not afraid to run into this Wisconsin defense.
I think they, as I said, they really want to send a message here, but now Wisconsin has a chance to show them what their style of rugby is about. They have a set piece, they have a really big forward pack, and this is going to be a great attacking position for them just inside the 40-meter line of Red Mountain.
Our referee, Tom Lyons, getting everyone steady. We mentioned that number 8 is wearing number 6. Nick Tyson, 6'4", 245. He did not fit in the number 8 jersey, so he had to wear the number 6.
That's what their coach told me the other day. You got to love that. He's just too big for his regular one, and here he goes.
Tyson down to the deck. Forwards reset for Wisconsin. 5-0. 10 minutes into the match here at Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado. A spectacular start for a championship weekend in this remarkable facility. And Red Mountain coming in offside. And penalty to Wisconsin. You'll see what their strategy is. Red Mountain elected to run it, and Wisconsin with their first scoring opportunity. They'll ask Scott Martell, their fly half. And as you mentioned, John, out of Football Town, USA, Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Absolutely, Green Bay boy down here in Colorado for the weekend. And Martell, they made no bones about it. They want to cut down this lead, get 3 points on the board if they can, and Martell will be the man to do it.
Played at the University of Wisconsin. So the former Badger lining up from about 35 meters. Plenty of boot. Dead on. So Martell answers with 11 minutes gone, first half of his Division II national semifinal.
Now, Wisconsin won the Division II finals. They won the championship in 1998, 10 years ago. They have 4 players still playing for them today that were on that championship team all those years ago. But they said they got a nice blend of youth and experience out there. And Martell is kind of the steadying force for this team.
Well, that's chatting with their coach, Bob Jafaris, before the game, and said there's going to be a lot of guys retiring after this weekend. It's a lot of rucks over the course of a decade.
It certainly can be. And here's some more.
Baseball-like score, 5-3, 11 minutes. And we're ticking into the first half. Wisconsin with that big, strong forward surge with the possession, now nearing midfield. Red Mountain controlled the ball for the first 9 minutes. See if Wisconsin can now put together a timely bit of ball handling. A little mess at the back of that. Strady had the ball knocked away. Wisconsin losing about 6 meters on that exchange, but they recover possession. Lyons, the referee, warning Red Mountain not to come in from the side. He lets play continue. Tim Leslie getting the ball heeled back for Wisconsin into another tackle, inching their way towards midfield. The ball out from Strady. And across midfield they go. Moran Guevara with a fabulous open field tackle just a few minutes ago. Carries inside the 10-meter line.
Great counter rucking here from Red Mountain.
Pretty good offensive continuity established by both teams so far. They big hit that time as they stood up DeSosa. And that's a lot of standing up at 250 pounds lifted off the ground. Charge ahead by Miller. Here it comes, Strady. There's the big man, Tyson. Nick Tyson, tackled at the 22. He's got some pretty good pace for a big man.
Great tackle by Meade there to bring down the big fella. He had a head of steam, and he could have gone all the way. Great tackle.
And with the pass outside, little skip back into Austin Frank. Dustin Frank make it. Ball to deck. Strady looking for it. Instead, the forwards move it forward again. Getting close to 10 meters. Wisconsin trailing by 2. Making their statement now. Inside to the 5-meter line. Ever so close to the try. Outside it goes. 3-on-3. Good tackles that time by Red Mountain right at the 5-meter line. We saw Wisconsin stiffen their defense when Red Mountain got close. Finally, Red Mountain was rewarded. Now it's the Arizona team's turn to defend with their backs at the sticks. Out it goes, Strady again. And a mishandle, going to cost a lot of yardage. Pick it up, here comes Dustin Frank. Frank with the move back near 5 meters.
No, it's covered.
Big opportunity for Red Mountain to get some territory defensively. They could not cash in. Here's the big kid again. Now they go over to the wing. Llewellyn. Llewellyn brought down again at 5 meters. Red Mountain with a good bit of defensive work there. Again, it's Tyson. And the hooker, Cullen, who runs very well carrying the ball now as he snapped it away from his own maul. Ball very close to the try line. It's over for the try. Wisconsin on the scoreboard, and I believe they're going to credit Compton Kurtz, the 6'3" lock out of San Diego. And let's see if it is big number 4 who finally puts it down. There's your break by Tyson.
Tyson, just a great hard run there. Now the ball goes up to the hooker there. It's Cullen, but it does look like Kurtz that comes up with it. Friendly with a try. And Wisconsin here just showing the rugby that they want to play. And there he goes in for it, just able to dot it down, but showing how they want to play. They want to make Red Mountain work hard around the fringe. They want to make Red Mountain have to come up with an answer for their big cruising style of play. So that was just classic Wisconsin work there.
Well, the same in gridiron and basketball. It takes a lot more energy to play defense than offense. And that's exactly what Red Mountain wants to do, as you mentioned. Temperatures fairly warm, certainly not to bother Red Mountain, but I'll tell you this, the elevation might. As you take a look at Scott Martell, with a penalty goal from about 35 meters earlier. And this one drifts right. Our score, Wisconsin 8 and Red Mountain 5. Let's take a look at the Wisconsin team now with the lead here. As you see with the clock, 16 minutes into the match, established back in 1998 as a national champion in Division II. Began playing back in 1962 in Madison. And their record this year, 4 wins against 2 losses.
I talked to their coach. I said, "What's your team like?" He said, "It's like Madison. We're weird."
You know something that says everything. It's very descriptive. That's all you have to say. All right, let's restart, shall we? Matt Williams sends it deep near the 22. Taken by Tyson. He wants another go at Red Mountain. Wisconsin coming right back with it. Now finally the kick by Martell. Meade is going to play. Takes a bad bounce for Meade. And a good take that time by Jeremy Smith. Smith going to go all the way beneath the sticks. And Wisconsin with 2 tries in 2 minutes, and they extend their lead.
I think Red Mountain's going to be a little surprised, but Martell got a great bounce to that ball. And Smith just able to get by Meade, and Meade was expected to go in a different direction. Wonderfully done. Smith will be a happy man. There's Martell's kick. Nice and high, and watch this bounce. Just bounces away from Meade. Smith able to come up with it, and there's nothing in front of him but green grass and goalposts. And he touches down.
Well, you really can't blame Meade. The ball just took that hop, but credit Martell with a good read of the pitch. Finding Meade was up a little bit. Launching the kick, and then Jeremy Smith coming from his fullback position at full gate, able to make a good handle of the ball, and then finish. So Martell now in front of the posts, and he'll pull out his sand wedge here. And he extends the lead. Wisconsin 15, Red Mountain 5, and it exploded to take a 10-point lead in the last 2 minutes of the contest.
Now you can blame that on the bad bounce, but I'd say Red Mountain would be a little surprised right now that they're trailing by 10 points here.
I believe you are absolutely correct on that.
Red Mountain leading off to Wisconsin.
And the restart, taken once again by Tyson. He started that last rush, taking the kickoff. Out near the 10-meter line on their own side of the pitch are Wisconsin, enjoying a 10-point advantage. Still early, though. Half of the first half just about gone. 19 minutes in. 2 40-minute halves in this Division II national semifinal. And again, the winner today faces Brandywine. They were 31-8 winners over Detroit earlier today. Ball taken in by Martell. And Wisconsin really into their playbook now, just as it was described before the game. And you'd expect Red Mountain's going to have to make a lot of turnovers, and they're going to have to stand them up. Maybe they can get a possession out of a standing tackle.
Red Mountain's going to have to keep their energy up, to keep defending around that fringe. I said it before, but they're going to be a lot of tackles and a lot of close quarters work that they're going to have to deal with today from this Wisconsin team. And you see it right here.
Wisconsin just pushing Red Mountain back into their own side of the pitch with this never-ending rolling maul. Now it comes to a conclusion with a nice offload. It finally goes to Cullen, the hooker who likes to run. He offloads. Ball chipped ahead, ball in play. And the ball goes into touch.
Great work there. I mean, only a purist would find that maul exciting to watch, but it's certainly effective, and they certainly moved it down there. And there's the scrum half, Strady. Great little bit of individual work there from him. And they're putting some pressure on Red Mountain here.
The ball went into touch off of a Red Mountain foot. As a result, it'll be Wisconsin with the lineup. Now you see the other end of this fabulous stadium built here in Glendale, Colorado, specifically for rugby. And the pitch Along the touchline to Tyson again. The number 8 is in for the try.
That's another try set up by Tyson there. I thought Tyson was going to go on his own, but it looks like DeSouza has come down with it. I was a little surprised there, Dave. I was expecting to see the ball come down, a well-controlled driving maul from this Wisconsin team, but instead they went with a quick little flip. And you can see it goes to the big man right there, Tyson. Tyson able to flip it up, and DeSouza, the opportunist prop try, but a try nonetheless. And they extend their lead.
Big Fab DeSouza, 6 foot 250 pounder, born in a country that doesn't play much rugby. It's a soccer nation called Brazil. But has adopted the game well. Went to Roger Williams College in Rhode Island. And very much in command right now with his teammates as they extend the lead 20-5. A 3-try explosion over about 6 minutes of play time for Wisconsin. And they very much have Red Mountain on their heels.
Coach Jaffaris calls DeSouza the only Brazilian that can't kick, by the way. But he's certainly a good prop in taking that try.
Martell with plenty of feet. Nails it from very close to the touchline. I think that is converted goal. That adds 7 points. They'll make it 22-5 in favor of Wisconsin.
Wow. And Wisconsin's got to be pleased with this, because if you look at the two teams, you'd have to say Red Mountain is fitter and be a bit better later in the game, but Wisconsin pushing their lead. And the big man Tyson off on a run again.
Boy, he's caught that taking that time, and it's going to be a penalty. Offsides against Red Mountain. Just when you think that Rick Darrow had turned things around for Red Mountain, they're charged with the penalty by referee Tom Lyons. Let's see if we can pick it up.
And there's Darrow. I'm not sure. He was inside in the middle of that. A bit of a mess of bodies there. It didn't look like he came straight around, but penalized nonetheless.
Martell's punt moves the ball into touch just about on the halfway stripe where it will be. A line out to Wisconsin. And they are very much in control. Red Mountain could use a line out steal right now. They look Bennett early. Instead, the good take by Kurtz. And Red Mountain now trying to show that they can push as well. They stall them all. Nice move back, Dustin Frank. Gray with the tackle. Red Mountain have to insert themselves. Nice big stand up by Brecker that time. The number 1 for Red Mountain. They trail it now, 22-5. 25 minutes gone in the first half. Coming up on 25 minutes.
Red Mountain really starting to contest at these rucks here. Really starting to understand that if they let Wisconsin control that part of the game, they're going to be in for a long day. Great hard work in these last couple of minutes.
First principle of rugby, go forward. And if the other team's doing it, they're going to win.
Let it go now. You lost it, Greg. You lost it. You lost it. Have it out. Have it out now, Greg.
A couple of body blows here near midfield. And out it goes. Martell's kick last time yielded a try. That goes straight to touch instead. Yes, it does. Bad luck for Martell. Good break for Red Mountain. Maybe this is what they needed. Martell's stick taken just inside his 10-meter line, sailed over the touchline, so the ball returns to the point of the kick. Red Mountain right now finds themselves behind, but they've been outscoring their opponents. Look at that, 600. That's gaudy. Gaudy number, 622-72. And take a look at the tournament. Big margins as well. Jonathan Gray, scrum out, taps it down. Calculated risk when the scrum half's not standing right there. Williams took it into the tackle, so you got your fly half tied up.
There are those big Wisconsin forwards.
And they're going to give a scrum to Red Mountain as Williams was surrounded by Wisconsin tacklers. Although it's early in the game, you can tell just the way the Wisconsin forwards have been manhandling for at least the last 10 minutes. Red Mountain, that the team from Arizona desperately needs to win this tight head.
I think Williams, the fly half, is going to think twice after this for Red Mountain about running back into those big Wisconsin boys. A couple more seconds of that ruck, and that ball would have been turned over.
Yeah, that's a dairy state. They have big boys with lots of carbohydrates. They are a moving cheese commercial right now.
I didn't want to bring up the cheese references. I'm glad you did.
And penalty in the scrum against Wisconsin. Now, Red Mountain with the decision. They tapped inside 22. They're going to let Williams move them up just at the 22-meter line for the lineout.
Williams, they're absolutely gutted after last year's final. Lost to Raleigh in the championship game. He's taken off 30 pounds in the last year. Really got himself fit and committed to winning this year. He's got a little ways to go.
Bennett with the sure hands with the take. They bring Meade into the line. The fullback down just outside 22. Red Mountain trying to get back on the scoreboard. They were on first with a try. First foray into Wisconsin territory for some time. Got some folks on the far side, so they come near. They get into the arms of Darrow. Darrow, who scored the try for them to get things started today. Gray's pitch out to Williams. Williams trying to break the line inside 22. Good offload. He gets it to Brecker. Brecker. 3-on-1. Leibowitz to pass. The try going to go over is DeFreitas, and Red Mountain on the scoreboard. Nice bit of work by Red Mountain finding some space. Good pass that time by Andrew Leibowitz. And DeFreitas dots down for Red Mountain.
You see Williams change his field here. I think this is where it all starts from. Williams able to get through, pops the ball up there to one of his props, and now they're just moving it out wide. They've committed that defense inside, and no problem there as DeFreitas just right in for the try. But Matt Williams really started that all off by a little bit of vision, changing his side of the field.
Scott Meade will attempt the conversion from just outside the touchline and nails it with the help of a bounce off the post.
Wow, I'm sure he'll take that assistance. Nice little bounce there, and they're closing it down to a 10-point lead here for Wisconsin. Just over 10 minutes to go in this first half. Somebody's got to put on some more points here.
You know, that first game that you told America about was between Detroit and Brandywine, and Detroit really never had a response. Here we see a very different ball game as you see Red Mountain, who got here by beating Norfolk and Jacksonville. By God, he scores both times alone. Just 15 points in their two previous playoff games. But anyway, they are going to make something out of this.
Red Mountain's closest game was a 42-24 win over the East Palo Alto Razorbacks just before going into the round of 16. But they certainly have put the points on people.
Martell's kick is going to be placed nearly perfect. One hop into touch. This will pin Red Mountain inside. It looks inside their 5-meter line. We're very close to it.
Martell's boot could play a big factor in this game.
Already has with that wonderful bounce he got. Ball in front of Scott Meade. And Jeremy Smith scooped it up from his fullback position and carried in for the second try for Wisconsin. Turning kick, not going to get much. Wow, a lot of pressure that time put on the fly half, Matt Williams.
Big pressure from these Madison, Wisconsin boys. They know they want to play in these corners of the field, get the ball in their forwards' hands and roll it.
If there were ever a time that Red Mountain needed to steal a line out, it is right now. Wisconsin, as strong as they are, if they get that ball down to the forwards, you can expect a lengthy 5-meter march. It's taken by Wisconsin. Here they set it up. Ball in progress.
Find it now, Red. Find it, Red.
Wisconsin just keeps bowling their way toward the try line. Ball at the back. Pitch out. And they hold up Leslie in the tackle. Now a big tackle hit on Llewellyn as he goes down. Red Mountain's defense holding up so far. Here's Kurtz. Ball picked up by DeSouza. 7 phases so far after the lineout. Martell tackled. Well, Red Mountain picking up about 10 meters defensively in the sequence. And Red Mountain with the steal. They needed this. Here's Williams. Williams gets it away into the hands of Just. Now to Mead, the fullback with pace across the 22. Mead with 1 to beat. He'll go in for the try.
What a coast-to-coast try there for this team. It all starts with a Darrow turnover down there. Great play from the number 8. And Matt Williams knows his team can run, knows he's got some speed. They head for it, and Mead just have to finish it off.
I'll tell you what, you talk about a turn of events. There was Wisconsin with the line out 5 meters away, fully in control. Red Mountain's defense up to it, and look at Scott Mead finishing the last 50 meters. Tackle attempt there by Llewellyn.
Just handed him straight off and dotted it down.
Now it's a 22-17 game. About 8 minutes remaining in the first half. Mead hit from a similar position just inside the touchline just a few minutes ago. And we'll see if he can score his own completed goal now with the try.
Keep it up, man!
That won't work. However, it's a 5-point game.
See the Mead scoop up here. Great little play. Nice turn of pace. He just saw he had one to beat, and Llewellyn coming nowhere near him. He just pushed him away. No problem. All business is Scott Mead. Closing down this point differential. To be a very, very happy Red Mountain team.
Well, after a very cautious first 9 minutes, now, John, we're seeing scoring about every 3 minutes. They're averaging these two teams. And look at this. One of these errors that drives coaches and forwards completely crazy. The restart kick does not travel the required 10 meters. As a result, Red Mountain will have the scrum at midfield and a great opportunity now to pull even. And this is really great ball for Red Mountain with all the defenders in a full field. Options to go either way.
With their great speed outside and some of their great running moves and passing, they can get through this Wisconsin defense. Wisconsin's going to have to be very solid right here.
They line their backs strong to the left. We'll see if they go right with all that space. Gray up, gets the pitch. That's exactly where they go. Back it goes to Darrow. Gray. Down and tackle. Near 10 meters. This is Williams with the chip. Who's going to catch it? Nice catch by DeFreitas. Incredible play. Under pressure by the 5'7", 24-year-old out of Scottsdale. Inside 22 are Red Mountain. Bennett with the feed. Outside. Gets it once again to Darrow. Darrow still on his feet. Takes 2 down to the deck with him. Matthews. Make that Williams. Matt Williams. And this will be an offside. Similar situation 9 minutes into the match. Red Mountain took the tap and were rewarded with a try. We'll see if they want 3 or if they want to try to get 7 right now.
We'll see how mindful they are now. It's a different point of the game here with them trailing by 5 points. Early on, they tried to stamp their authority on it, but Wisconsin let them know that they were here to play. So
just a few minutes ago, trailing by 17. And the tap. And it goes to Squires. Gray gets it to Williams. Williams, big hits by Wisconsin's defense. Quick ball outside. Darrow stays on his feet, headed towards the touchline. Now he straightens it. Should be a pretty good ball for Red Mountain. Quick it goes out to Leibowitz. Leibowitz had a good pass a moment ago to set up DeFreitas. Gray's pass is disturbed. Nice pickup once again by Williams. Now Red Mountain inside 5 meters, trailing by 5. And now a turnabout as Red Mountain depends on its forwards. Gray waits, gets it to his big prop. Nice tackle again by Wisconsin. They brought Brecker down to the ground. Gray mining. Out it comes. A little bit of a broken play that time, and that's going to break the sequence. Williams running sideways, tried to throw a quick pass.
You know, Dave, I think the national semifinals is the wrong time for a team like Red Mountain to try to show Wisconsin that they can play their game. See the ball finally, after a number of phases, bounce off somebody's head. But this Red Mountain team can play out wide, and they can beat this team out wide. Now, that whole series, they tried to stay in tight against a team that plays that way.
Johnny made the point. It did not go off the hands. It went off the head. As a result, not a knock-on. It comes out to be a 22. Big break for Wisconsin. Leibowitz will take the restart. Go to Meade. And the pass. Leibowitz going to send it out. Here's that 7 style from Red Mountain with some patience on their own side of the halfway line. They get into the hands of Lange. Moses across the halfway line. And Red Mountain assembles just inside 10-meter line. Final moments of the first half. Big run by Mageo. Toa into the tackle for Red Mountain. Leibowitz, who's a wing who played some fly half in his time, with another good pass and penalty. Wisconsin killing the ball. Gray with a quick tap. Give it to Darrow. Darrow with a hit, stays on his feet. Quick outside to Gray. Gray can't find the handle. It goes into touch to Wisconsin. Wow.
See, that's where they're going to beat this team. Red Mountain is great with ball in hand. They're great moving in wide spaces and getting by players. They're not going to beat them playing in tight. Much better from Red Mountain. See Darrow come in here.
Johnny Gray attempting to be a magician. Holding the ball, the old behind the ear play.
I think it wasn't behind his ear. Been able to unload that for a try, but better work from this Red Mountain team.
Nice take by Nick Tyson for Wisconsin, and they needed that. Red Mountain attacking viciously here in the final 2 minutes of the first half. 22-17 to Wisconsin.
Work from the back foot. All right, you can tackle that. There you go. Get low.
Red Mountain with a push. They can get the turnover. They do. They produce ball. And a knock on Gray. Is the ball
unlucky for Gray there?
Yep. Just ball surprised him. Nice takeaway by the Red Mountain forwards.
Just pushed forward off his hands there. But it was great work from those Red Mountain forwards. Getting in there and pushing these big boys around a little bit when they have the opportunity.
See if Kevin Torkelson's guys can get one more turnover here. About a minute to go. We have very little, if any, injury time here in this first half. So referee Tom Lyons, the official scorekeeper, will most likely call it about the time this ticks down on your monitor. There's a good look at the referee. He's done a pretty good job today keeping up with these guys.
Certainly kept up with them. He's letting them know what he wants. He's a very fair contest here.
Red Mountain coming up with about a 90-meter try he had to cover.
Hold back.
All right, Wisconsin with the put in. Is it rotated enough? Nope. It's out now. Lions doing a good job keeping Red Mountain onside. You don't want to blow the whistle all that often, or you shouldn't. Here comes the clearing kick. It'll be Red Mountain put in. It's now a matter of the watch. So Red Mountain apparently will have an opportunity here.
I'm sure they'd love the point before halftime. Quick ball in there.
Bennett with the take. Gray. The skipper, Matt Williams. Just into the tackle. As you hear from Lions, it was knocked in the tackle, so they're going to let advantage run to Wisconsin. And they do have an advantage as they get one in the loose. This is their center, Corey Holmes. Holmes brings Wisconsin out near midfield. And this time the ball into Jesse Perkins, the diminutive flanker, number 7, 5'11", 185-pound, 27-year-old. Near the 10-meter line, Wisconsin with a foray with a lot of red shirts on the far side. Nice move there by Llewellyn. Llewellyn's got a beat knee, throws it a little bit back of Tim Leslie. It's a knock-on, so both teams inside 22, both teams having trouble handling the ball, and both teams now will take a rest.
Both teams had a final shot at that. Neither one of them getting done. Wisconsin's going to walk in at halftime with just a little bit of a lead. We got a great second half of action coming up, and it's going to be great once we get back here.
All right, you're watching the USA Rugby Men's Club Championships. This is the Division II semifinal here in beautiful Glendale, Colorado. Our halftime score, Wisconsin 22, Red Mountain 17. We'll be back to the Mile High area right after this.
Here he comes. All right.
How are you? Come on, I got this with you. I got someone chatting about. I do somewhere. Give me a second. Dinner.
The DNC imploding right now. Very nice.
How are you, big boy?
So you'll love this. So we go play. We have a one-game playoff with Cal Poly.
Yeah.
So I got in that morning. I was up all night and seen a thing in Tucson the night before, so I didn't want to go out. Mossman's up out with my kids now. He's telling them all the stories from our Canadian trip. God, they're calling Coach. I had no idea.
Yeah. A little younger then.
He didn't know about it.
It's good.
I'll never forget that one.
Okay, I'm ready for billboards. Which one you want? Okay, yes, I got that. Now, where do you want me to go on that? Box ads? Last page. Opening read, biz, rolling, okay.
Here.
From the glorious ground of Infinity Park in Glendale, is that what you want me to do? Gotcha, okay. I'll be done in 1 sec. One more page after that. The USA Collegiate All-Star Championships are coming to Infinity Park. Believe it or not, that's the one page I don't have. Yep. I've got everything else. That was the one Pat was going to print. Sure, stand by. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, and got it. All right, let's see if I can read this hieroglyphic. All right. If I can read this, I'm good. Okay. Got some changes? Kevin? Kevin, change. I'll do this 1 second. See if they got any changes over there. I'll do this one. Rugby on FSN Rocky Mountain is brought to you by Infinity Park, where possibilities are endless. And by 4 Points by Sheraton, Denver Southwest. Comfort isn't complicated. Okay. All right, do it again. Or you want to play? They're standing with the ball in hand. You want to do it after this, or do you want to hold them? Okay. Rugby on FSN Rocky Mountain is brought to you by Infinity Park, where possibilities are endless. And by 4 Points by Sheraton, Denver Southeast. Comfort isn't complicated. Welcome back to the second half of our National Division II semifinal. As you see, Wisconsin picking up where they left off in the first half with possession. They lead Red Mountain 22-17. I'm Dave Sitton along with John Broker. Delighted to have all of you with us wherever you might be. Big kick that time. Delivered by Nick Tyson. Meade, who went the distance coast to coast with a try earlier, caught down behind his forwards. The ball into touch. It will be a knock-on first against Red Mountain, a Wisconsin scrum.
This is where Wisconsin wants to be in these tight scrums. I think in the second half, Red Mountain really needs to play their own game here, Dave. I think if they're going to try to play a tight game against this team, it'll be a big mistake. They need to move the ball wide. They need to get the ball into their speedy hands, and that will be their key to success if they're going to win this game down 5 points at half.
A lot of pressure on those front rows. Here it goes. Boom. About 32 legs. Lots of pressure. Ball squirts out to Martell. Martell, who's been instrumental for Wisconsin. And a penalty against Red Mountain. Offsides. And one of the Red Mountain players shaken up.
That's Williams. That'll be a big loss if he has to go off the field, but it looks like the inspirational fly half is okay, and on they go.
He's their skipper, 28-year-old out of Gilbert. Grew up in Australia, attended the University of Queensland, which is become pretty much rugby central for Australia. Beautiful facilities at the University of Queensland.
Ray, you got the line. Ray, you got the line.
Home of the Queensland Reds down there.
Yep.
One of the Super 14 teams. Not competing in the final last night, but good rugby nonetheless.
And the push forward by Wisconsin. And a big hit delivered that time by Darrow. Wisconsin moving the ball again. At the 22. De Sosa. Wisconsin without again. Here comes that big number 8. Nick Tyson wearing number 6.
Didn't make much yardage that time, Tyson. That's a first, and that's a bit of a surprise.
I'm sure Kevin Torkelson talked at halftime about making tackles and how important it would be to keep Wisconsin on their own side of the game line, and you see a much more aggressive style of defense right now from Red Mountain. Pitches out to Tyson. A load, ball turned over.
Silly pass.
Nice bit of passing there. Ball goes down to the deck. Taken after a good take by Matt McMinn. And the kick directly to touch. So it'll be a Wisconsin lineout. So John Menike in for John Mackey for Red Mountain.
That movement right back there was great control work there from Wisconsin, and Tyson just a little bit of a mistake, pops the ball up in the air. Red Mountain able to move it downfield. He's going to want to keep it tight. He's going to want to play that Wisconsin style game.
Line out steal. Well, here's an opportunity and a good move that time. And on the run, the newly put in Menike gets Red Mountain out near halfway. Gray into Williams. Matt with the unload to Leibowitz. Leibowitz in open field looking for some help. Gets it to McMinn. Big hit that time by Matt Brecker. Back to Brecker. Brecker taken down. Now Red Mountain seizing the initiative inside 22. Williams unloads it to DeFreitas. DeFreitas with a try already today and the intercept on the turnover. And the throw forward will yield a scrum for Wisconsin.
Really lucky stuff there for this Wisconsin team. They had runners wide. Every time Matt Williams got involved, they were dangerous, Red Mountain. They could have gone towards the line. They had no problems. They had runners everywhere. A little turnover there. Wisconsin get away with it.
This is what Red Mountain's going to have to do today, is start stealing lineouts. All right, Wisconsin, they're put in their own end. Picked up by Tyson. Another hit off the side. Red Mountain decidedly different defensively so far this half. Got a long way to go, though. Clearing kick. And it will find touch.
Martell can find some room with that big boot. He pushed it down. Wisconsin, a little less pressure on him right now, but
looks like Wisconsin's about to make a move. And they do. This is Steve Kipe going on. So Kipe on. Kipe for Perkins. Out it goes to Darrow. Unload. Unlucky. Wisconsin away. Ball knocked in by Wisconsin. Williams goes real wide to meet the ball. Taken on the flip by Wisconsin. Nice bit of running as they counter now. I think that's Jeremy Smith. Red Mountain inside 22 just a moment ago. Here's Wisconsin at halfway. Big hit at the right by Wisconsin. From space, nice little pass outside. Listen to the arms of Lauren Guevara. Chip ahead. Ball taken by Lange. Leibowitz with the boot. Into touch. A lineout awaits Wisconsin.
Great work there from Martell and Tyson and Moran Guevara to move that ball downfield for this Wisconsin team. Great little ball handle, chip ahead from the wing. Really well done. And Red Mountain under pressure again.
Here's the hit on Scott Mee that bloodied the nose.
Aaron passed there, and here comes Wisconsin unafraid, and Mee just didn't get the better of that one for certain.
All right, Red Mountain about to make a switch, and one of the more interesting stories of a young man named Matt Dallow who's going into the match, perhaps for Meade. And we'll see about Meade continuing. We've got some time to spend. A reminder, in the first match in the D2 semifinals today, Brandywine with a 31-8 win over Detroit. Tomorrow for the National Division II Championship, you'll see right here, they will face the winner of this match.
And out of these teams, Red Mountain is the only one that was in the round of 4 last year. And they certainly have some unfinished business. And according to the coach, Torkelson, he told me that this team never wants to feel that way again. They remember it. Last minute drop goal they lost to Raleigh. Unfinished business. And they know what it feels like. But they're going to have to get by this Wisconsin team first, Dave. This is great, great effort from this Midwestern team.
Well, a 5-point match. Wisconsin led by as many as 17 midway through the first half. Red Mountain led it 5-0. Have been trailing ever since. Meade will continue. Line out throw slips out of the hands. Lucky for Wisconsin. Off their feet. Now a mishandle.
Hands seem to have slipped away in the last minute or so.
Steve Kite. Wisconsin going to run the big kid this time. Larry Stevens, 245-pounder. Here's a little chip. And the second time today, bounce in favor of Wisconsin, although that time they don't convert it for a try. They knock it forward. It'll be a scrum to Red Mountain just outside 22.
Wisconsin finding a great little bit of space with these kicks here. They're just putting it in behind them, got runners coming onto it. I don't know if they talked about it at halftime, but you'll see it here. Put up a good bounce and nearly coming down with it. There's their inside center, Dustin Frank. Great tactic in the second half, getting it in behind these Red Mountain guys.
Well, the kicking today evokes a little bit of Casey Stengel. Kick it where they ain't. And that's what's working today. Paid off with a long try in the first half. Take by Darrow at the back of the scrum. And into touch goes Red Mountain. I guess there is some argument between Casey Stengel and the great Wee Willie Keeler.
There could be on that one, but kick it where they ain't. I'm going to steal that one.
Yeah. Well, this now being such a great baseball area with the defending nationally champion Colorado Rockies, the beautiful facility for baseball, and here Infinity Park, an absolutely special place for rugby.
Here, Colorado, 5 square miles, surrounded by Denver.
Tap, well done by Wisconsin. Martell. And the turnover on the tackle. Williams gets the ball into the centers. Tied up immediately by Wisconsin. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Red Mountain with the ball, trails by 5. Meade, loose. Meade, who was injured a moment ago, goes down again, this time inside 10 meters. A nice offload. So Red Mountain showing again that they can move the ball, and then they hold on to it in the tackle. That's an obstruction call. It'll be a penalty kick to Wisconsin. Here's Scott Meade again.
Unfortunate for Meade after this great run. Down just a minute ago, showing no effects of it right here as he hands off one. And Meade, just a great, strong runner. But unfortunate at the end of that one of his teammates penalized, or could have been Meade himself, for not releasing.
That gives the ball to Martell. Scott booms it, finds touch. There'll be a line out to Wisconsin. 30 minutes to go. Winner will face Brandywine tomorrow.
With that opportunity on offer to play in that final game, this next 30 minutes is going to be a pretty tense affair between these two teams. We'll see who can control it a bit better with their style of game. But it's going to be a very powerful few minutes as we have another player down here from Red Mountain.
We'll see if we get an ID for you. Looks like it's Rick Darrow, and that would be a huge blow to Red Mountain.
Darrow having a great game, puts in that early try and pops up all over. Great runner. It would be a big loss, but the big fella seems to be okay.
I don't think he'd leave. I think you'd have to have armed guards with a rocket-propelled grenade launcher to get him out of this match. And I'm looking at Coach Torkelson. He doesn't have one.
No, he certainly doesn't. Darrow's in.
Move ahead. This is Menke off the bench. The big prop. Pass goes all the way out to DeFreitas. Here's Just. Scott, the center, leans it back. Oh, big hit that time. Whoa. Compton hurts for Wisconsin. That was a whacking. Dangerous now. Strady outside. When halfbacks pick up the ball, go side to side, there's a lot of bad things can happen. It worked for Strady that time. Wisconsin maintaining good possession with plenty of patience. Moving forward again by Kite. Have a go again. Not going far, but just far enough to keep Red Mountain going backwards. Here's the big man again, Tyson.
Another 50-50 pass for him, but he gets away with that one.
And exactly where Wisconsin really wants to punish Red Mountain. That's in the maul. They picked up about 15 meters. Out it comes, finally, to Martell. And on the bobble, a knock on. Ooh, a big break for Red Mountain.
Big break for Red Mountain. I thought that one went straight down under Martell. A little bit of a low pass, but unfortunately, Red Mountain very, very lucky to get away with this.
Take one more look at Kurt's hit. Boom. Hello, Mr. DeFreitas. Welcome to the grass here. Another substitution now for Wisconsin as they send Dan Mars into the match. Second substitution for Bob Jafaris' team.
Good move there by Jafaris, putting some fresh legs in those forwards. If they're going to keep it tight and dominate possession for the rest of this game, those fresh legs are going to be really important.
He replaces Andrew Miller at second row. Darrow tackled. And a penalty. Ball being played on the ground. Referee Tom Lyons assesses. Very quick from Red Mountain. Quick tap inside the 10-meter line, looking to go halfway. Red Mountain trails by 5. Good bit of tackle work by Wisconsin as they have all afternoon. Nice recovery by Williams under pressure. Williams with a little bit of a break. Williams in space looking for help. Chips it ahead. Corey make that Scott Just the center. Red Mountain just does maintain the possession. Mike Bennett takes it into the tackle. Red Mountain inside 22. They take it back out to get it to their backs wide. And wide they get it. One to go. That's Scott Meade. Meade. Near the line, over the line, Meade, and Red Mountain have tied it.
Wow, great work by Red Mountain there. Just smart play, getting it up there, dangerous runners, moving it side to side, making this big Wisconsin team run and defend across the field, which is something they're not too used to, and they'll tell you that's not the kind of game they're used to playing. Red Mountain, very smart. Touchline to touchline, Meade touches down, his second try of the day.
Well, I'll tell you what, Matt Williams having a look around. He had 3 defenders on him. Then you'll see the chip kick that he delivers right now that sets all this up. Nowhere to pass. Nice chip with the lefty. Number 13 is Scott Just. And a great play not to take that ball into touch. Another substitution for Red Mountain.
And here's that wide play. They know they can move it across the field. Meade, I'm sure, is screaming for the ball out there. At the 22, just one to get through, and Scott Meade, big and powerful, takes his opposite number on, and Jeremy Smith puts down his try.
Meade's attempt to uneven the score goes into touch. As you take a look at Matt Dallow, he is now on for Red Mountain. Dallow, well, actually, that's Williams right there. He and the guy who just came onto the pitch, Matt Dallow, both sporting a shaved head. Dallow will go to the wing slot as Meade takes his fullback position.
23 minutes to go here, Dave. Tie score. What more can you ask for in a Division II semifinal? Going into the game, this is just going to be really exciting stuff coming forward, and both of these teams are going to be laying it out as the substitutions and fresh legs are going to make a big difference at altitude and with their game plans.
Now in for Wisconsin is Mike Madrich. You're right. And unlike the first game, which was pretty much out of control for the final 15 minutes, here's Dallow with a big boot. Ball. That back all the way near the 22. Wisconsin with the kick by Martell. He's in front of the 22. And Matt Dallow just off the bench caught Wisconsin in a bit of a mishandle. Not sure of themselves. And look at this. Ball deep inside their own territory, and Red Mountain with the lineup. First score of the second half game, 15 minutes in, when Meade with his second try of the match. Matter of fact, he scored the last 2 times.
Dallow making an impact really early there. Nice 60, 70-meter kick from the big man.
He came out of New Zealand to the University of Arizona as a decathlete. He was scheduled to be a big player. As you can see him take the ball into the tackle for his native New Zealand in the Atlanta Olympics, hurt his knee, ended up going back to his roots playing rugby. As a matter of fact, he took another stab at the Olympics with the New Zealand bobsled team. I kid you not. Red Mountain and Wisconsin knotted at 22. Advantage right now for Red Mountain. They've scored wide once. Here's Dallow again.
He's isolated himself. Let's see what he can do here.
No advantage. They're going to go back to the point. Offside against Wisconsin. Now, do you have Meade kick a goal from the middle of the field here? Take a lead?
I'd say you take the points, but they're not always this kind of team. They like to run and they like to score tries. Live by the sword, die by the sword, Dave.
Here they go. Eschewing an opportunity for 3. Instead, they go to their man, Darrow. Rick, deep inside the 22. Dallow in to the prop, Nakai. And the ball very quickly in. It's not going to come out easily, so the referee, Tom Lyon, says you, Red Mountain, get a scrum.
I'd look for a very, very strong push from the Wisconsin forwards right here. If they can turn a tight head, if they can make some magic right here and take away the attack that Red Mountain's had for the last few minutes, if they push it back down there into the field, and that's where they want to be.
Here we are.
And if you're Brandywine sitting in the stands watching this, you still have no idea who you're playing tomorrow.
I'd be curious to know who they're rooting for at this point.
They wouldn't tell you.
I'm sure they wouldn't.
Thank you.
All right. Gray's put in. An immediate whistle. Ball came back out of the tunnel, so they'll try it again. Glendale, Colorado, Infinity Park.
What a beautiful facility that these USA Rugby final ground, Dave. Nice look at it there.
Pickup by Darrow from the back of the scrum. Darrow with one outside. It's Leibowitz. Leibowitz is over for the try. And Red Mountain have come from behind. They take the lead.
And that's Red Mountain Rugby right there. They're going to get the ball. They're going to run it. They're going to push the defense. And they're going to try to put it in those corners. Last try on the left-hand touch line. This try on the right-hand touch line. They know how to play this game in those margins.
We were talking to Kevin Torkelson before the game about one of their strengths, and that is the relationship between the number 8 Darrow and John Gray, the halfback, being able to push the ball out and advance it from the back of a scrum, and that's exactly what they do. Finally getting it to Leibowitz, and Red Mountain and their supporters pretty happy right now as they reclaim the lead.
Some happy Red Mountain fans, you're right. And this, if they can open the game up a little more, Red Mountain, they could really extend the lead pretty quickly.
Now, Scott Meade had been taking the kick set goal, and now it's going to be on the right leg of Matt Williams. A 5-point advantage for Red Mountain, 27-22. The last time they had a lead was with 10 minutes into the match. They led 5-0.
I said never, so you never get out of the house.
How about this? Man has to go up the hill, go down the hill, and then make the kick.
A little bit of a berm here at beautiful Infinity Park.
He goes with his left leg. It doesn't go. However, with Andrew Leibowitz try, Red Mountain now leads it by a score, 27-22.
And this is that smart play. Darrow pulls in a couple defenders, pulls in that winger, number 11, Lauren Guevara, and just opens it up for Meade, who touches down. Excuse me, not Meade, on that one. Who touches down, no problem in the corner.
All right, they're going to the bench again. This time it's Todd Miller in for Red Mountain. So Miller going in at prop. Wisconsin with the restart, and the ball dropped, and a big opportunity for Wisconsin. How many times do you see that? A mishandled restart, and here's Wisconsin. Possession inside 22, just like that.
I have a mental image of Coach Torkelson with a look on his face right now with that mistake. Great work followed by a huge mistake and a kickoff.
I can assure you that coaches hate that more than almost anything. I can assure you that.
No hand. You're just like everybody else. From the back, Ray. That's what I want.
Pretty little movement forward, and then finally a knock on. That'll give Red Mountain the opportunity to scrum it inside their own 22. Here's the restart. Now let's watch the handle. No problem. Boom.
And as you said, Dave, a coach's nightmare. Great try, great work, followed by a big kickoff blunder.
Nothing destroys momentum like a mishandled kickoff.
And now we have a big, strong Wisconsin pack inside the 22 of Red Mountain. Let's see if they can tie this back up.
Tackle. Red Mountain need to be very careful now in front of these sticks. Handling the ball inside their own 22. And the kick comes out. One of their forwards gave it the knock to clear it. And now Wisconsin with the counterattack opportunity. It's Martell into the tackle. That ball was actually kicked by Mackay.
Nice kick from one of those big forwards.
Wisconsin finally into the backs, and another chip from Martell. And Scott Meade, veteran fullback, called the mark, get it, quick tap, he goes to Dallow. Red Mountain with possession, just outside the 22 now. Offside, what a break for Red Mountain.
Williams happy to take that one quickly, and on the attack again. Wisconsin on their heels again.
Daniel Giannano. Where's Dallow? Dallow with fresh legs, and he can't make the pass. Ball kicked forward instead by Williams. Still, here comes Wisconsin now. Lange with the kick. Going to test the Freitas, the center. Matt looking for help. Going to go to Meade. Scott in the open field. Good tackle that time by the halfback, Strady. Red Mountain trying to lengthen a lead now. They lead by 5. 15 minutes to go in the match. They went wide successfully last time. Giannino into tackle for Red Mountain, who maintained possession just outside the 22. Scott Meade takes a knee along the gain line. Here's Dallow. Dances away from the tackle, still stays on his feet, now down. And back to the near side. Darrow with the fly half. Williams. Matt Williams with one to go back into. Darrow slips it in. Darrow's going to dot it down under the sticks. Try to Red Mountain.
That's just rewards there for a great player. Darrow sets up the last one, comes back this time, and scores a try himself after nearly setting up Williams for it. And Dave, that was just really, really great play from that number 8. See Darrow here Williams takes it. Darrow wise enough to come back inside and take it. Nobody in front of him. And Darrow's in for a 5-pointer. One early in the game, one late in the game. Darrow is really having a big effect here. And Wisconsin starting to look at an uphill climb.
What a remarkable performance by both teams, but credit Red Mountain. Up 5-0, up 5-3, and then they were down for 40 minutes of this match. And now, with the try, they not only take the lead on the Leibowitz try, but now they extend it. 10 points with a chance to make it 12. Once again, Matt Williams. And he gets it. Just does. Wowee.
We go up to 14 points here, Dave, and this Wisconsin team is going to need something. They're going to need something quick. With just over about 12 minutes remaining in this game, they're going to really have to push themselves, because Red Mountain doesn't look like they have any intention of stopping the run, and does not look like they have any intention of slowing down the run either.
Well, the question before the game, with the big Wisconsin forwards tire Red Mountain with a very physical game. They did that for a while. Then the question became, can Red Mountain run around those big Wisconsin forwards and tire them? And right now it seems that that's exactly what's happening. As Giannino is down on the deck, and a penalty against Wisconsin. Red Mountain at one point trailing 22-5, and now they come back with 29 unanswered points, spanning back to midway through the first half.
That's a pretty impressive run for these boys, and for my money, I'd have to say Red Mountain is going to put in a couple more late tries here and move into that finals game against Brandywine. I could have just jinxed them, Dave, but we'll see what happens.
Have a good look over the shoulder of Jonathan Gray, number 9. The halfback. Nice take. Good solid possession. And the pass back inside, mishandled. It was actually knocked on by Wisconsin. It'll be a scrum to Red Mountain. Team from Arizona with a 34-22 lead.
Nice split field for them here. They can run it in either direction. They certainly have the talent. Everybody's lined up to the left there. You got the bald-headed Williams, followed by a couple of guys, and the bald-headed Dollar out wide. You know, they can really make something happen here.
Out of the scrum, they go blind side. Meade will recover after the Gray pass was interrupted by a hit. Williams is going to use the boot this time to cut the wings up, but he goes directly to touch. It'll come back just inside the Red Mountain 10-meter line.
He hasn't made many mistakes today, but he certainly made one there, Williams, and putting it out on the full is going to give Wisconsin a bit of a door back in to the Red Mountain territory.
Roughly 10 minutes and some change remain in this Division II semifinal. See if Wisconsin's got some gasoline left in the tank here, particularly out in the back line. Ball instead is taken that time nicely. A steal by Mike Bennett.
That's the last few lineouts stolen away there by Red Mountain. It's really making a big difference here.
Mike Menke, we've been mispronouncing his name. Menke takes it in a tackle, recycles. And a nice bit of movement there. And the ball dropped by Scott Just. Oh, he's going to wake up in the middle of the night thinking about that.
I hate to sound corny, but Scott just can't believe what happened to him. He really was away through the defensive line, and big error there from him. But
there you go, Scott. Just switches hands and oops. Strady puts it in for Wisconsin. And troubled the back of the scrum. And the takeaway. Here's Gray's pass to Leibowitz. Leibowitz with the kick ahead. He's on the deck. This ball stalls. taken and kicked back into touch as the ball was ultimately recovered by Wisconsin's reserve, Jeremy Roberts. And he was there on the spot. Otherwise, there was a lot of Red Mountain players barreling down on the ball inside 22. So once again, Red Mountain in attack mode with the line out inside 22.
I like the way Red Mountain's playing right now, and the way they've started to play in this half is that from 1 through 15, everybody wants to run. Everybody gets the ball, they're going forward, looking for support. They don't want to bring it into contact, and they're just starting to have a bit of fun out here.
Williams feeds back inside. Into tackle goes Red Mountain with the recycle. They go back to the blind side. Darrow had a try just a moment ago. The big kid stays on his feet, goes over, gives it to Leibowitz. Leibowitz so close, he is in for the try. Wow,
Darrow is one of those players that's just closing out this game for Red Mountain. He is really making the effort right now to push the defense. If you watch him, his running line here is just a little sideways, but he really pulls those defenders in. A nice little move here. He pops the ball up to Leibowitz.
You might recall about 10 minutes ago, they were wondering if he would stay in the game. We suggested that he would not leave, and it's a good thing for Red Mountain. So Leibowitz, my goodness, he's got 2 tries. Meade has 2 tries. Darrow has a try. Darrow has 2 tries. So 3 Red Mountain players, 2 tries apiece. And they've extended this lead 39-22. And for Brandywine, I think you can start figuring on who you're going to see tomorrow.
I think Brandywine will. You know, that game tomorrow, this is a real good hard-running team here in Red Mountain. Brandywine, a very, very solid team, very well coached, very disciplined, but also used to playing a bit of a tight game. In their back line, they have a couple of guys over the age of 40 who aren't moving as fast as they used to when they were younger. And they're going to have a big ask taking on these Red Mountain backs.
Meade's conversion attempt wide, 22 points to Wisconsin. They've been on 22 points since they scored 21 minutes into the first half. Since then, all Red Mountain, as they have scored now 34 unanswered points. And Matt Dowell will go to the bench. I take that back. Kevin Torkelson will go to his bench. He's already put Matt Dowell on. And he brings up Darrow. So Rick will get a few minutes to rest and prepare for tomorrow.
Should be pretty pleased with his effort today. He has been that big factor off the back of the scrum.
Giannino takes the ball into tackle for Red Mountain. Williams with the boot. Wobbly spiral up into the upper portion of the concourse on the near side, just in front of you.
Smart play by Williams there. You know, he gets a nice boot in there. I would say Red Mountain's default would be to run the ball, even from inside their own 22. But late in the game pretty much sealed up. They need that gas for tomorrow.
You're exactly right, John. You'd expect very, very conservative play from a most unconservative offense. Wisconsin trying to get back up on the board. Ball inched forward by Kurtz.
You know, it's a bit late for grind 'em out rugby here for Wisconsin, Dave. That's not an advisable move to keep the ball tight and try to wear away the clock.
I think at this point you're looking at the boot of Scott Martell. Maybe he can pull some magic again. Instead, it's a turnover at the ruck. Gray is going to go down. Penalty against Wisconsin. And I don't expect Red Mountain will be in too much of a hurry to put this ball back into play.
You can see who has ball in hand there. It's Williams again. Smartly slowing it down a little bit.
Yeah, Mike Bennett helping things by a little limp. Here's the kick. Oh, well placed just at the 22-meter line. Red Mountain will have a line out. Wisconsin hustles. Red Mountain walks. Why not? Under 5 minutes to go. What a story here today. Red Mountain, last year's runner-up. Heartbreak losers to Raleigh on a drop goal with no time. Come back, find themselves behind, and they battle all the way back. 29 answered points. As you see, Wisconsin had led it 22-5. And again, what they've done to their opponents this year, 659 points.
To 24. That is just, it's almost mean at this point, Dave, the kind of points they're putting up on some of these guys. As I said, it's East Palo Alto, the one team that kept them close before they even got to the round of 16, 42-24. But other than that, they've just been pasting these teams.
And the lineout, and Bennett. All right, we'll see what Red Mountain will do. They're going to have some nice ball here. They got the forwards poised to go. Williams dumps it to Menke. Menke off the bench in the second half. Ball taken over. 22. Red Mountain with a chance again. And the penalty this time against Red Mountain. Did not release the ball. There's the big kick by Tyson. Good play by Tyson. He caught Red Mountain napping a little bit. Here's Meade by himself. And the pass to Williams. Now to Dow. Dow's got a big boot, but he's not interested in using it. And with the pass outside, here comes Red Mountain. Look at this. Right back out to midfield. Dow with a little bit of a Harlem pass.
That's more of the 7 style that you're used to seeing, and Williams didn't have a chance to boot at that time. The Red Mountain wants to put some more points on the board here.
Look at that. Knock on against Wisconsin.
Knock on by Red.
Wisconsin kicks the ball 80 meters. And still Red Mountain is able to counter it back to midfield. Don't forget.
Pressure off, pressure off, pressure off.
Lots of rugby coming here this weekend.
Olympic Club Life starts the D1 semifinals next.
Referee Tom Lyons says he is not counting the time right now. We're going to see about players shaking up. A couple more substitutions for Red Mountain. Who gets on now? Looks to me like Alex Inache is on, and so is Zach Pentkus. So Kevin Torkelson is emptying his bench. Everybody get a chance to be dumped onto the grass here.
That's a ball! From the back.
And Wisconsin going to try to get back up on the scoreboard again. They have not scored since they took a 22-5 lead 21 minutes into the first half. Final minute of this match.
Wisconsin's going to want a consolation try here at the end of this.
Nice run by Martell. Little chip. Wisconsin inside the 22. However, this is Dalla now. He's got to recover the mess with a big kick, and this one is going to be counterattack. Nice pick by Jeremy Smith. Smith is belted by Pentkus, who just came off the bench. So Zach with a tackle at the 22. However, Wisconsin maintains possession. And the knock-on by Andrew Miller. Before that, though, a penalty offside against Wisconsin. We're actually playing the ball off the deck.
That's not what Wisconsin wants late in this game. Nope. They were starting to knock on the door there. They were starting to work themselves down. Feel a little better about it?
This kick should do it. They're going to have the line out, says Tom Lyons, and then that will be it. What a fabulous display today by both teams. 61 points between them. Bennett. There's your kick to touch. There's your match. Congratulations. As Red Mountain comes from way behind, scoring many 34 unanswered points. And you see tomorrow the championship game, Division II. It's Brandywine against Red Mountain. Well, John, quite a comeback by Red Mountain.
Great comeback by Red Mountain. You know, they really deserved to win that game. Wisconsin came here and put it out early, but they had no answer for that wide game and that speed of Red Mountain. And tomorrow, I got to say, I don't see Red Mountain getting beat.
Well, Red Mountain will have that opportunity. They'll face Brandywine. Brandywine, once again, earlier today, 31-8 winners over Detroit. That sets up our match tomorrow. It'll be Brandywine and Red Mountain. Once again, our final score, 39-22. Red Mountain over Wisconsin. For John Broker, I'm Dave Sitton saying we'll see you tomorrow. What game do you want billboards for? Do you want John or me? All right, and they are, because I don't have them. So that's it. Same two guys. And Bob Lasansky. Okay, Bob Lasansky. So no Sheraton. Lasansky, proud sponsor, Glendale Raptors. All right, I'm ready. Where possibilities are endless, and by Bob Lasansky, proud sponsor of the Glendale Raptors.